welcome back. And if you tuned in late, we are talking about education. We're talking about what is best for each individual child, and we're talking about the charter school movement, which has grown tremendously in all over the United States and certainly here in our part of the country. And I want to reintroduce Erin Kraft, who is a team leader and a parent, and Kelly Giles, who is a parent, and Madison Giles, who is a junior. So she's right in there. And I thank you for coming. And we have a phone number, which we're going to put up. And people think, oh, well, a charter school is going to require so much. I work. I don't have the time. How do you work this out?
Well, I think you have to consider that it does take some time. It does take effort on the part of the learning coach, which is what we call the parent that's involved in the student.
Learning coach.
Learning coach.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They're working with the teacher.
That's good.
It does take some time and it does take some effort, but if you take your individual considerations and know that you're going to put some work into it, it can be done even with working parents.
Even if parents work.
I have a fourth grader and I work from home and from an office, so I'm not always at home. My husband works nights and we make it work. It is hard at times. It does involve some nights checking up on what has been done and what hasn't been done and making plans for the next day. But it is doable if parents are willing to get that commitment. And then they also have the support from the family support team that we offer at the school. So Ms. Giles is a family support liaison, and so she works with families that are at risk because of working parents or low progress to help the students get caught up.
So you sort of fill in that gap to help the families.
We do. We work with individual families trying to find out what barriers they have and how we can help them, because it doesn't work for everybody, but it does work for a lot, and we have a lot of children that are succeeding in the virtual setting. So we do try to make sure that they have all the resources available to meeting their needs in order to see each and every student be successful, because we care about each student and what kind of education that they're receiving and that they're using everything that they have to receive that.
So this is like how do I want to say it? It's like a tailor-made. Not every child learns the same way. Not every child learns in the same. Some people learn very quickly, others take more time. And so it's done like an individual, not just 30 people in a classroom and everybody does the same thing.
Right, they definitely try to make sure that they meet each individual's needs based on their learning abilities and how they learn, and trying to find different ways to teach them.
Now is the time people are thinking about planning next year for their student.
Right, it is getting time for open enrollment for the next year.
So this is the time to enroll your child in a charter school if you feel, or at least investigate what's out there.
Yes.
But if you do, you are responsible for getting that child to and from school.
You are responsible for their needs.
In other words, they don't have buses and all that.
Right.
So parents have to make a commitment.
It is a commitment, a lot of dedication.
But maybe we need a little more of that. I hear from teachers, even in the regular public classroom, that have said, it's difficult for me to even get a conference with a parent because the parents are all so busy. So, you people you've gone out of your way to provide something different and hopefully better for the child.
Right. Well, we are, like Ms. Giles says, we are doing enrollment for next year, but we're also open for enrollment for this semester.
So it isn't too late.
It's not too late, even for high school. But I urge you to look into it quickly, because it is a lot easier to start at the beginning of a semester or the beginning of a school year than as the year's already chugging along. But I encourage you to consider the virtual program we have here, because it does have a lot to offer the families with the family support team, and also with the blended learning program. So that gives them the opportunity to do the face-to-face sessions if the parents are willing to provide the transportation.
Okay, real quick, the
Yeah.
blended learning program.
Yeah. Blended learning, so that is use of the learning labs across the state. There's most likely one near anyone that is in South Carolina, so that they can attend a face-to-face session with an educator to get one-on-one or more individualized instruction if they need additional help on their lessons. So that gives them that opportunity to really get the wraparound support the best part of the face-to-face program in a brick and mortar school, in a traditional school, would be offered to the family as well. So they wouldn't lose that component. It's just it's presented in a different way.
So it's a commitment for everyone involved.
Oh, yeah.
And if somebody, why would you say to somebody, it's worth this? It's worth this commitment.
Our children are worth it. Our children are worth taking and realizing if they have a need that's not being met. It's worth having those options available if they're not getting what they need, because it's not for all children. Like you said, they all do learn differently at different levels and different paces. And if you feel that your child needs something different and something's not working for them, it's worth looking into your options.
So they can learn at their own speed, so to speak. And some people excel in certain subjects, and then they're slower in others.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the ability to take more time if you need it.
We do. You want to see them excelling, and you do want to see that they're working and that they're making the commitment to do those things, but it is where they can move on, or they can get extra support in those areas of need at any time. So that those resources and that information is available to each and every student.
Now, but they are required by law. If they go to a charter school or they work at home with the charter school program, they're required to take the same subject matter that anybody else
Right.
in the state. I mean, there are laws that govern what they study. Am I right?
Yes, they do, and they also take the same standardized testing as the other brick and mortar schools and all of the other options. So it is a public. Our school is a public online virtual option, but we hold to the same standards. So we do meet at our locations that we set up across the state to take those standardized testing to have the same requirements as any other school.
And what about the social aspect of it? You know, the involvement with other students, and because that's all part of becoming educated too, is to learning to share and to get along and to communicate. And so people out there might say, well, that's wonderful, but that child doesn't have that opportunity. Well, you do, don't you?
I think socialization is learned in a different way than in a classroom setting. It's very unrealistic to expect that your student is going to grow up and be interacting with another large group of same age peers all their life. No, they're going to interact with people who are older, people who are younger, people in the community. And I think this actually gives them more opportunity to socialize and interact in that way.
Now, somebody told me that there were outings and things like that planned for homeschoolers and charter school people.
Sorry, I thought we'd already talked about that. Yes, we do have outings that are across the state at times, and sometimes they're local with one location. You know, we've done things. We did Gravitopia, which is like the trampoline park in Greenville, in Malden, I guess. And
Yeah, we did skating. They had a gingerbread contest during the skating outing. So there is interaction for them to be around other students and see other students that are doing the same thing that they are.
So you do have the interaction of students and their families.
We do.
Do you have any kind of like a parent-teacher association with charter school students?
well, it's something we're working on planning into the future, but we do have several supportive parents, including parent volunteers, and our parents are wonderful as far as supporting the school and supporting their students. So I think that that's something that we're going to be there very soon.
Well, now, you're just starting now, enrolling people for next next year, now is the time to do it, or to look into it. If you have a child and you think, wait a minute, maybe that's for my child, this is the time, isn't it?
Correct, because they can enroll now, or they can make those decisions as far as looking into it. My number is there if anyone has any questions.
We have a number, 864-236-4006, and then it's extension 1002, and I keep it here, but we'll have that for you. And if anybody wants more information about the charter school in general, or what you can do to help your child, that's the number you need to make a note of, right?
Yes.
And you will be glad to talk to parents,
Absolutely.
or caregivers, and this is for first grade all the way through.
Kindergarten. Through next year, we'll be enrolling in 12th grade. So Maddie will be our first graduating class.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
she will.
congratulations! Yeah. And what is your favorite subject? What do you?
My favorite subject is history.
Okay.
I love my history class.
A girl after my own heart. Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, I think you people are doing something positive. It isn't right for everybody, but you're giving people another avenue, and you're filling the need for many students that maybe were struggling with another situation, and you have a little more one-on-one, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's an experience when you're in the trenches with your student and helping them succeed, and I think it gives you a special bond with your student as well.
Well, congratulations on what you're doing, and good luck. And I'll keep the information here. If you didn't get it and you want more information, I'll be glad to give it. I have the telephone number and the website and everything. Take care. Good luck.
Thank you, Peggy. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You keep those kids learning. That's what we need. We'll see you next time. And pick up a book and read to your child, okay? We'll see you next time.